Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Mass Effect. Now, we are done here. And I think I need to make one last run to the Citadel. We really should. Because it's one of the things you should probably, check in at the Citadel, after every major mission. But I do plan to head to Vermeer next.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
Commander, you look pale. Are you suffering any ill effects from the cipher?
I just need some time to let this cipher do its thing.
I might be able to help you. I am an expert on the Protheans. If I join my consciousness to yours, maybe we can make some sense of it.
Do it. Hurry. We don't have much time.
Relax, Commander. Embrace eternity. That was incredible. All this time, all my research, yet I never dreamed. I am sorry. The images were so vivid. I never imagined the experience would be so intense. You are remarkably strong-willed, Commander. What you have been through, what you have seen, would have destroyed a lesser mind.
Did you see anything?
The beacon on Eden Prime must have been badly damaged. Large parts of the vision are missing. The data transferred into the Commander's mind is incomplete.
You sure you didn't come across any kind of clue or hint? Something we might have missed?
Everything I saw, you already know. You were right about the Reapers. The Protheans were destroyed by a race of sentient machines. I think it is obvious there is a connection between the Reapers, the Prothean extinction, and the Conduit. But I did not see anything that would help us find it.
What's our next move?
I was able to interpret the data relayed through your vision. What was there, at least. But something was missing. Saren must have the missing information. Maybe he found another beacon. If we can find the missing data from your vision, I can... I am sorry. The joining is exhausting. I should go to the medical bay and lie down for a moment.
Dr. Chalkwash should take a look at you.
That will not be necessary. I just need some rest. Somewhere quiet.
We're done here. Dismissed.
I've sent off the Pharos report, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
Commander, Exogenia should have told us about the Thorian. It would have made your job much easier.
You might have been able to capture it for study instead of destroying it.
The Thorian liked to enslave minds. Anyone who studied it would have ended up as one of its thralls.
Perhaps it's for the best then. At least the colony was saved.
Of course it was saved. Shepard would go to any lengths to help a human colony.
Being human had nothing to do with it. They were in trouble.
Admirable. But sometimes Spectres have to make sacrifices. I hope you're willing to do that when the time comes.
Goodbye, Commander. We will be waiting for your next report.
I'm generally nice to the Council. Why? Because it makes them look even more like douchebags. So the problem is, if I go running around talking to everybody, it's going to take about 30 minutes. Right? But it really is something you should do.
Hey, Commander, next time we touch down, let's try not to park the ship in a colony of mutant zombies. Just thinking out loud here.
I have to go.
All right, see ya.
It sort of helps build the rapport between people. Gives you a quote-unquote better understanding. Open up. God, that is the slowest door on the ship. I mean, hell, even the freaking elevator is faster than that. Look. But I actually do need to talk to Liara because...
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I get the feeling you want to ask
So-
me something, Commander.
I'm going to go through these dialogue options, but be advised that I am not taking any of the romance options in the first game.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
You must enjoy something about it.
I love my work. Seeking out history's lost secrets has a special appeal for me. You were actually touched by working Prothean technology. That is why I find you so fascinating, Commander.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No, I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool. Now you know why I prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people. Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
I should go.
Now, I will be able to talk to her again, like, moments later. But I'm not going to go through the whole...
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I didn't figure you'd have time to talk with all that's going on. There's gotta be some xenobiologists who want to read about the thorium.
All in triplicate, I'm sure. Did you want to see me?
I'm just looking for an ear. That a briefing wasn't the right place to say how ridiculous this is. Seems like every other race in the galaxy is wrapped up in their own problems. They don't want to see what's coming.
Wanting to believe everything will be fine? Sounds like human nature to me.
Yeah, I guess some things carry across species well enough. I should remember that after what happened with Furnace.
Don't tell me you and Vernus hugged on graduation day.
Before I met Vernus, I knew as much as any other civilian. Aliens were weird, superior, and tried to tell us what to do. I mean, it's only been 26 years since first contact. That's not a lot of time to understand it. It was Vernus who made me see how human aliens are. They're not different or special. They're jerks and saints, just like us. Hell, by the time I got payback, I didn't even want it anymore.
I don't see you snapping very easily. What finally did it?
He hurt Rana. Broke her arm. She reached for a glass of water instead of pulling it biotically. She just wanted a drink without getting a nosebleed. You know? Like an idiot, I stood up. Didn't know what I was gonna do. Just something. And Vernus lost it. Beat the crap out of me. Kept shouting that he should have bombed us back to the Stone Age. That's when the knife came. A military issue talent. Right in my face. I cut loose. Full biotic kick right in the teeth. Almost as strong as I can manage now. At 17, that's something.
You wanted to help a girl you cared for. That's a noble thing.
Maybe my intentions were noble, but I lost control. I killed him, Shepard. Snapped his neck. They probably could have saved him if they got him to an infirmary quick enough. But they caused a stir when they shipped him home. A lot of training was shut down. Canadics folded a couple of years later. So, yeah, maybe I hated that Tyrion. I mean, if one ass was enough to judge a whole race, I'd hate humans too.
A reasonable stance. Keep that level head and we'll do fine.
Staying reasonable is about all we've got left. Everyone else in this galaxy seems to have gone out of their minds. Present company accepted, of course.
I will have another opportunity to talk with everybody, but I figure I might as well go ahead and get this knocked out. Because the first half of Vermeer is actually pretty quick. So.
Shepard,
So you'd rather be a merc than help your people?
I'm a fighter. It's what I do.
Aren't you at all worried about what will happen to the Krogan?
What the hell do you want me to do about it, Shepard? I'm tired of sticking my ass on the line and getting nothing for it.
So you're just giving up on your people?
I gave up on fighting for a lost cause. I'm not like you, Shepard. I'm no hero. Bottom line, killing for credits simplifies things.
You ever think about helping your people?
I try not to. But there's a lot of Krogan mercs out there. I'm always running into them. Half the time I'm being paid to kill them. But that's just part of the job. You don't get to pick who your enemies are.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Commander?
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
I should get back to my duty, Skipper. Rifles don't maintain themselves. Not yet, anyway.
Dismissed, Chief.
So she's got nothing else to say.
It feels like we're getting near the end, doesn't it, Shepard? With Saren, I mean.
Won't be much longer. One way or another, it'll all be over soon.
You'll find the conduit before he does. I know you will. You have to. And after this is all over, when my pilgrimage ends, and I go back to my own people, I'll be proud to say I was a part of it.
We couldn't have done this without you, Tali.
You've been good to me. A lot of people treat Quarians like second-class citizens. They just want us to go back to our fleet and disappear. But you've treated me just like everyone else on your crew. Like an equal. That means a lot, and it says something about you. Whatever happens, I just want to say thank you for that.
I didn't bring you along as a favor, Tali. You're here because you contribute to the mission, and I need all the help I can get on this one.
Don't worry. You can always count on me.
I should go.
Now, of course, for male Shepard, Tali does become a romance option in 2 or 3. I do not remember. If it's 2, it's 2 and 3. If not 2, then it's just 3. Oops, I forgot about Garrus.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Something bothering you?
It's Saren. I'm starting to wonder whether we'll ever find him. He's always one step ahead of us, and he's got those damn Geth.
We're getting close, Garrus. We'll find him.
I wish I had your confidence. I just can't stand the thought of him getting away with everything he's done. I know you're doing everything you can, and if anyone can catch him, it's you, but if there's anything else I can do to help, anything, just tell me what you want me to do, and I'll do it.
I understand your concern, but we will find him. Just make sure you're ready to go when we do.
Yes, ma'am. You can count on me. Thanks for hearing me out. I appreciate it. Can I ask you something, Commander?
What is it?
Are you worried that the Council might be protecting Sarah? I mean, they were really dragging their heels before. What if we find him, bring him back to the Citadel, and they refuse to act?
You seem to have some thoughts on this. Speak your mind, Garrus.
Well, maybe we shouldn't give them the chance, Commander. In my opinion, Saren's too dangerous to be kept alive. Too much could happen. He could escape, or the Council might let him go. If we find him, when we find him, I say we make sure we stop him permanently.
If Saren won't listen to reason, if he forces my hand, I'll kill him in a heartbeat. But only if it's absolutely necessary.
But what's the point in keeping him alive? It just gives him an opportunity to escape or convince the Council to listen to him. And what about the Geth? They might try to free him.
We know more about Saren's plans than anyone. But what do we really know? If we just kill him, we lose the chance to find out.
Yeah, I see your point. Do you really think there's more to know, other than the fact that he's a raving lunatic?
Maybe, maybe not. But it's not a chance I'm willing to take.
Yes, ma'am.
So, there's actually 2 quests that I know of that I believe I skipped over. The first is for Garrus, and that is tracking down the that guy that he mentioned that he had run across.
Commander, good to see you.
And the other one is for Rex, and it's getting his family armor. Which actually, you know what? I will go to the Citadel, because I want to see if I can get those missions to pop up. So we'll take care of Vermeer a little bit later, because I would like to do at least a few of the companion quests. Okay. Got so many systems to check out. Ah, actually, you know what I could do? Hang on. Go to the journal. Let's see. This one has us going to the Maroon Sea Cluster, Manto System, huh? So actually, there's a lot of little side quests that I have not taken care of. So I think what I'll do is I'll dedicate this video to the side quests and talking to people, because once I head off to Vermeer, although it doesn't show it, I don't think it shows it at Vermeer, it shows it at Ilos. But once you go to Vermeer, that's pretty much it. You know, like, it's pretty much the point of no return. Maroon Sea, there we go. I will say though, like, going through the process of having to go into the journal and figure out where you're going and reading all the stuff, it's kind of a mixed bag for me. On one hand, I like the fact that the side quests don't show up like directly, but I do wish there was some sort of way that I can.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Commander, I'm glad you're in the area. We've got an emergency situation, and you're the only one I can trust to get the job done.
How can I help, Admiral?
Biotic fanatics have hit a medical research station with a psychotropic drug. The drugs have temporarily driven researchers crazy, and the biotics are effectively using them as human shields.
So if I shoot everything that moves, a lot of researchers are gonna die.
Exactly. A normal team could handle the biotics, but a lot of innocent researchers would die during the operation. That's why I contacted you. I'm hoping you can keep the casualties to a minimum.
I'll do everything within my power to bring those researchers back safely, Admiral.
I know you will, Commander. I'm sending you the station coordinates now. Fifth lead out.
Hang on. There's something. There you are. Yeah. But, yeah, like, it's kind of a mixed bag for me. I like the fact that they don't show up, but I do wish there was some way to track them. Like, if I go into the journal menu and I select the mission, there was a way to actually say, hey, yes, I want to do this mission. No. Don't ask me why I have this tendency to do this. Like, I just start from the inner planet and work my way out. Okay, so let's go to our map. We have an anomaly, civilian structure, science facility, and debris. So let's head off to the civilian structure. Oh, I love tanks. Even if technically this thing's really not a tank. It also really doesn't make a lot of sense. Like, you guys do have Mass Effect fields, which obviously they address this issue in the second game. It's like, and yet, I mean, you guys have the shuttles that fly people around and cars that fly people around, so why do you have a tank with wheels? And they even make reference in the third game stating that it has a vertically aligned Mass Effect field, which of course was really stupid. It actually was stupid.
Looks deserted.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
As well you should.
I'm on my way.
I also do like the fact that there are hostile and non-hostile planets. So like planets like this one where I don't need a helmet. I like that they took that into consideration. Thank you, squad mates. Your assistance in combat is admirable. No, wait, that's not the word I wanted. Useless. That's what I was trying to say. Useless. I get those all the time. But fortunately, I don't have to worry about that in the second game, because in the second game they fixed that little problem of your teammates shooting you in the back. I'm telling you, 90% of the damage you get in this game, you die in this game, there's a good likelihood it's because your teammates shot you in the back. Ugh, damn it, wrong button. That'll self-detonate in a moment. There it goes. Nothing in there. Oh. Damn it. Damn it. And that takes care of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to more or less kind of like wrap up this planet, because this is a fairly easy planet, I guess you could say. And at the very least it'll clear out that little mission. Okay. Then my next... Oops, I didn't even go to the right one. I need to go to that one over there. Oh well, we'll head up to the science station then. Because the science station is like right here. And then I'll jump back to the ship and hopefully I'll have an opportunity to talk to everybody. Because I think you have to, like, it's really just making sure that you leave the ship.
How horrible. The entire colony must have been transformed.
And those are the dragon's teeth that the Geth used. I'm trying to remember if there's any stuff here. And actually, would you believe I'm actually doing this on purpose? Like, this is not me just playing around. Okay, I want... Dang. So here's how we'll do this. Gears. Tally, and I'll cover this side. So, remember that time a while back when I said that if you don't change your grenades over, you'll still be using the anti-thorium grenades? Well, guess what's happened here? I, like an idiot, forgot to switch my grenades over. So I'm still using the anti-thorium grenades, which is why yeah. Oh yay! That's right, I sold off everything. So, yeah, I, in essence, don't have any grenades. Just for the record, and I know I speak for quite a lot of gamers, developers, can we please get a unified key setting? I mean, I know like non-gamers are not going to fully understand, but it's taken forever for us to get WASD as keys in video games, like as a, you know, defining like as a kind of a standard for movement. Like, it's taken forever. Oh, come on, I wish you would run faster.
Moving out.
Okay, so hopefully I remembered to cut all that driving and running around out, because I'm telling you guys that really just did nothing more than eat up time. Wait for it. Of course. Don't stop throwing the grenades, please. Oh, that's why. So you see, this is the problem that I have. Holster your weapon is Q in this game, whereas in other games it's you hold R, or sometimes you press F, and unified keys. You can't tell me it's not possible because you guys have to do it for yeah, consoles. Okay. So, I will try and remember to cut after I pick up this little shed down here. Try and remember to cut the journey back to the Mako and subsequently the Normandy, the SR-1. Okay, so hopefully I'll cut all that stuff out. Cut all this out and we'll be back at the Normandy. So you'll see me go through this door and then bam, I'll be back on the Normandy. Which, of course, will be really easy to do because, of course, there's a loading screen with the little mass relay thing for both of those. So all I gotta do is just cut one of those little sections out, which it didn't take me that long to get back to the Normandy, so.
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
We're all in for the duration. You can count on everyone to do their duty.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
I have got to put a new set of headphones on my list of things to buy.
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
Maybe we could pick up where we left off. You were telling me about your interest in the Protheans.
Actually, I think I was talking about my interest in you, and making a fool of myself in the process. As I said, I am not used to dealing with people, especially humans. I did not really know much about your species when we first met, Shepard. I found it hard to take humanity seriously. Your kind always seemed so rushed and high-strung.
We don't have the luxury of time. And Asari can live for 1,000 years. We're lucky if we hit 150.
That is true. At first I thought that was a weakness of your species. After spending time with you and your crew, however, I think it may actually be an advantage. You humans are creatures of action. You pursue your goals with an almost indomitable determination. It is an admirable trait, but also an intimidating one.
You're scared of us?
Unfortunately, the rest of the galaxy sees humanity as something of a bully. You run over anyone in your path to get what you want. It is up to people like you to change their minds, Shepard.
I'm doing the best I can, Liara.
There is a reason the Council chose you to become a Spectre. They saw something special in you. The best of what humanity has to offer. I looked into your history. I know what you did during the Blitz. It was a remarkable display of courage and heroism.
You didn't need to go behind my back. I would have told you whatever you wanted to know.
I apologize, Commander. After our last conversation, I was afraid I would say something stupid again. I wanted to know more about you, to understand what made you into the woman you are. There is something compelling about you, Shepard.
You're interested in me because of my visions. You just want to know more about the Protheans.
I admit, your connection to the Protheans had something to do with my initial interest, but it has grown beyond that. You intrigue me, Shepard, but I was not sure if it was appropriate to act on my feelings. I thought there might already be a relationship between you and Lieutenant Alenko.
You want a relationship with me? Even though we're both women?
We Asari are monogendered, Commander. Male and female do not have any real meaning for us. We do, however, have maternal instincts, so perhaps we would fill what you consider a female role. I'm sorry if this is awkward for you, Shepard. I am only trying to be honest. I feel as if we share some type of connection. But none of this matters if you are already involved in a serious relationship with Lieutenant Alenko.
The Lieutenant and I are just friends. Nothing more.
My mistake, then. I am not as adept at understanding human relationships as I thought. But what about us, Shepard? Is there a mutual attraction, or was I wrong about that too?
See, I do feel a little bit bad about doing this, but white picket fence. I mean, I'm sorry.
I'm not interested in you in that way, Liara.
This is very embarrassing for me, Commander. Please, let's talk about something else.
I should go.
Goodbye.
Like I said, I have a specific goal in mind. And because of the romantic nature of myself, I won't lead one person on while knowing what... See, because I know what I'm going to do. And things get a little bit dicey in the second and third games. It's a little bit like douchebaggery, but... You know, you could easily take the romance option in this game and then just kind of blow it off in the next two games. But it just feels wrong. So... yeah, I'm not going to be doing that. But anyway, that's it, guys. I'm done. I believe I still need to talk to Garrus and Rex, but I'll do that next time. And we'll try and get some of these side missions cleared out. And my goal is to get their companion missions taken care of. So that's the goal for next time. So that's it, guys. I'm done for the day. And to that, I'm going to say sayonara.